If you're going to put tariffs on Chinese goods that compete with, let's say, American furniture companies, but you're going to bring in cheap beef where people don't earn as much as they do in the United States, you're undercutting the American farmer. We're trying to save American manufacturing. We need to focus on saving American farmers too. We have to feed this nation. We have to be self-sustainable. The world doesn't run on oil. You can have all the oil on earth. If you ain't got nothing to eat, it ain't gonna matter. We need food security in this country. Post a comment down there, guys. Look at her down there. She is not a good animal to keep on your farm. Welcome back, guys, to the Stoney Ridge Farm. Today what we're going to be doing is taking the new old dually and we're going to be going up to my stepdad's house, picking up the stock trailer, and we're going to be hauling cattle to the market. So we're going to show you just what it takes on a small farm to get the cows rounded up, run them through the chute, load them up on the trailer. We're taking the cattle to Moneta, Virginia, which is near Smith Mountain Lake, near Franklin County, Virginia, and we'll be taking our cattle to the market. We'll let you guys know what cattle prices actually are. I know there's a lot of information out there, a lot of misinformation out there about how cattle prices for the rancher like myself are really sky high. Well, they're up. They should be up. The cost of everything is up. The cost of diesel fuel is up. The cost of fertilizer is up. The cost of fuel is up. So, inevitably, the cost of beef should be up. But what you're seeing in the grocery store is not what we're seeing in the farmer's wallet. Stay tuned. We're going to show you what it takes to load up the cattle, take them to market, sell them, and we'll give you guys a full report on what the profit was or what this amount of cows brings home. I think we'll probably be taking at least 10 animals to the sale barn. And this is what you call a cow-calf operation. Before we leave the farm and go grab the trailer, we got some chickens we need to take care of. Hey kids! We're gonna go ahead and open up the chickens. I hope you guys saw the video where we had the chicken release party, but they're all ready to rock and roll. Come on out of the coop and enjoy being out here on pasture. Pasture right now is basically on the lawn. And that's okay, because crazy farmers have chickens in their yard. That's just all there is to it. I moved the cattle up behind the house. They were in this pasture earlier this morning. I did a little cattle roundup. We moved them through the woods right there, all the way up behind the house. In order to accomplish this, it just takes a lot of time and a lot of planning, especially when you run a grazing operation like I do here. So we intensively graze our land. The cattle just got done grazing this, and it will sit here and recover for, you know, somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 weeks, 12 to 16 weeks, maybe even longer. So it'll almost be fall before the cows come back over here. Pretty cool, good time. One of the reasons why I haul my cattle to the market twice a year, in other words, it's June, July right now, where you're watching this video. We're actually taking the cows the second week of June to the market, simply because if you take them at the end of the year, that's what everybody else is doing. So the market gets flooded at the end of the year. If you can take your cattle in June and in October, then you'll get a little bit more of a premium rather than taking all your cows to the market in December when everybody else is doing it. So that's why we're doing it this way. Stepdad's place is 15 minutes that way. We're gonna hop in this beautiful Cummins diesel and go hook up to the trailer. Stepdad also says this trailer has some quirks. We might have to take a look at the brakes on this trailer once we get up there too. Oh, baby. All right. Whew. Contact. Oh, listen to that old girl purr. Nice. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Probably am. Always am. Story of my life. Say goodbye to the trailer. Get a lot of flack from people for living in the trailer. That is a 1990 model mobile home right there. Yep, that's right. It's my mobile palace on wheels. It's about 1,200 square feet. In a future video very soon, I'm gonna take you through the house so you guys know what it's like to live in a mobile home. And I'm telling you, it's not what you think. There's a lot of cliche that surrounds living in a mobile home. I live out here. I live on 150 acres. I live on the mountain bike trail. I live in the cow pasture. I live in the truck. I sleep in the house and watch TV and eat in there. It's basically a giant living room with a bed. That's, you know, that's what I think. People talk about tiny houses. I paid $3,500 for my house. 3,500 bucks. That's all I paid for it. The annual taxes on my mobile home, since the tongue is still under it and it can be moved, and eventually at some point it will be moved off the farm after I build my full-time home, the taxes on it are only like $17 per year on my house. It's a no-brainer, guys. That is how I afforded to build the farm. That is exactly how I afforded to have this amount of acreage, how I afford the equipment, the tractors, the trucks, and how I've afforded to dig my way out of debt. I swallowed my pride. I live in a mobile home, and I don't care what anybody else thinks about it. What do you guys think about that? It's food for thought as we hit the road here and go pick up the cattle trailer. Oh, Nini. Beautiful farm, guys. Tell me what you think. So I'm picking up my stepdad. He's getting out of the hayfield right now. He's up here cutting hay. I think he's the one that helped me get bit by the farming bug. And either I could blame him for it and hate him for it, or love him to death for it. I pretty much love him to death for it, but we won't spill that little pot of beans until the video comes out. Check our signals. Left, right, brake. All right, good. All right, we're good to go. We're all hooked up. Brake lights, everything works, signals work. We're headed back to the Stoney Ridge. We'll see you guys in 2 days once we start rounding the cows up and getting them into the chute. Good morning. It's the next day and I got my hands full. My dad used to call me monkey, but he said I never could have just one thing in my hands. I always had to have 10 things in my hands. He's like, you'll never get anything done. So you might be wondering what the heck I'm doing here. I am a little worried about the DOT, man. And I've got a trip to take all the way down to South Carolina in a couple days. So before we even get started, we got a little housekeeping to do. And I got some not for hire stickers to put on the truck just because I don't know, you know, this is all about farm and farm use, but I don't want to get pulled over and be weighed and all that mess. And I have to go buy a couple scales. So we are not a commercial vehicle. We don't want anybody thinking we are. So not for hire is going on the truck. Takes a special skill set to put stickers on right. Have you guys ever tried to put a sticker on your vehicle? It does take a special skill set to not mess that up right there. So we're gonna put one on this side and one over on the other side on the window. We got the cows all up here, you guys saw. And we moved the cows from the field that was in front of the house, and we moved them up here by the shop. Now we've opened up another section, and I'll show you that. And what we've got to do is run the cows. They are in this section, and they're right here in this alleyway, and they've been grazing it pretty heavily overnight. What we're gonna do is open some gates and let them go through the gates right here and sort them. I do not have the most ideal sorting system, but this works for me for now. Soon we'll be building a really nice handling system that'll make it so much easier. My stepdad is on his way up here. He'll be here in about an hour or so. So we got a little bit of work to do. I'm gonna put this next not for hire sticker on the truck and see if we can shuffle some cattle around. There we go. Gosh, again, the reason I'm doing that is not so much hauling the livestock trailer. Let's make sure I got it on there good. It's a trip I have to take next Monday, and you guys will see that video coming up. Actually going to pick up all of the gear for the outdoor kitchen that I'm building over here. All the cabinetry, all the appliances are already here in the shop, but all the cabinetry, and this is the outdoor kitchen, all that will come in very soon. So super excited about that too. This place is really coming along. Then we'll clean this mess up. One day at a time, right? One day at a time. Wary, super wary of ticks everywhere. Ticks are horrible here, guys. I have alpha-gal syndrome. There'll be a video coming up very soon about how I'm handling that. As a beef farmer, it's not fun, but I'm blocking up. I'm not gonna put this on my skin, but most certainly on my clothing. A lot of you guys have made some good suggestions. Please, I'd love to hear all your suggestions on what you do to prevent ticks from getting on you. And we're gonna have some flies here today too. It's just normal this time of year. Whew. I'm kind of dreading this. This is a lot of work. You'll see us running the animals through the chute here, and what we use is a flag like this to kind of spook them through if they don't want to go through, or a paddle like this. You may see us tapping just like that on the butt. This has a little ball in it that shakes, and that just helps scoot them through. We're not hurting them. We're not trying to have a high stress situation. All we want to do is move the animals through the chute. Right now, I've got to go close off a gate up here, and I got to back the trailer up to the chute. Probably be easier for me to back that trailer once my stepdad gets here. So we'll do that in just a little bit. We're gonna set this stuff out so it's positioned to where it'll be easier for me to grab one and go. So a little cowology lesson. This right here might as well be an alien spacecraft. In other words, the cows don't like it. They don't want to be around it. I don't want to set it anywhere where they'll really notice it. If I do, that's going to cause a problem, and they will balk, what you call balking. In other words, they'll go towards it, and then they'll turn and go right back. It's a little sunny out here this morning. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, first of all, to find my coffee. Let's get that coffee rocking. It's going to be a bit of a challenge to get the animals into this little alleyway right here that I've set up, but it won't be too bad. You know, when you're farming, every chore matters. So I'm actually up here as I'm doing this, watering my fig bushes because we are in an extreme drought still here. I've got some blueberries, figs, pomegranate, believe it or not, another pomegranate, blueberries, all kinds of good stuff. Pretty flowers. I like to keep the place pretty. You know, your farm shouldn't look like a dump. It should look like a park, in my humble opinion. My buddy Joel Salatin says that. You know, it should be a beautiful park-like setting. It should not be a messy, muddy, dusty disaster. And so far, the only disaster is what I've created with crap laying around everywhere. Now, you'll notice I got a little repair to do right here. It's always something. I didn't even do anything. That thing just fell down. Let's walk over here and see if we can get these cows up into this section of pasture right here. Block them in so that they don't run back down the hill. They're not going to want to do it simply because the sun. Cows like to be around 50 degrees, and it's about 68 right now this morning. By the time we get to the sale barn, it's going to be 93. It's going to be a hot day. You will see flies. I have some fly block out for the cattle right now. You will see a lot of flies today. It's a little bit, it's going to be an annoyance, I can tell you right now, and it's annoying them. Like I said, I've got fly block. We'll be setting that out as soon as we take these babies. There was no use in me wasting fly block on babies that weren't going to be here. I say babies, young animals. Come on, babies. So we got to block them off right here. Come on, Nat. Come on, Nat. Come up. Come up. 40 animals. Tammy's over here. Should be all right. They're gonna know something is suspect right away. Like right away. Like this is what happened last time. Come up. Come up. I don't know why they want to turn back and go back that way. Come up. Pain in the butt. Pain in my butt. All right. I'm gonna wear gloves. I typically don't wear gloves, but something tells me today to wear gloves. Come up. Now look at them. Acting like idiots. No. It's not what I need. Calm down. Donnie the bull's chasing the stinking heifer. Look at this idiot. This is the holding pen. This is the catch and release pen. And Donnie's gonna get a knuckle sandwich. Hey! Come up! I don't know why he's chasing that female like that, but look at him. Hey, dude! Nothing, not a problem in the world till I open a gate. Come up! First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna open this. We're gonna let some run all the way through to the next pasture. Come up! Calm down! Calm down! Guys, you should see what's going on right now. This bull is acting like a total nut. Come on. Come on, mamas. Go ahead. Go on through. Go on through. Go on through. Guys, go through, please. There we go. Baby out. Go through. There's one. That was a job, but it went so much smoother than it's ever gone before. Everybody went right through into there, turned back, and the big animals went that way. What we're doing is referred to as weaning to the trailer. In other words, We wean our calves at about this time. Yeah, 6 to 8 months, something like that. We do have one calf in there that needs to be released back out with his mama, and that will cause a little bit of stress, but not too bad. As they run through the chute, hopefully we can sort that little calf out. They're pretty tough to sort out, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're getting rid of 10 to 12 animals. Spaz has to go. Spaz is a high-headed cow. In other words, she's dangerous, she's jumpy, and we do not want her genetics. Her calf is also jumpy like that. She's the one that will hurt you if you get her cornered up like that. And you know, you got to be wary of the bull, but you shouldn't have to be wary of your cows hurting you. So we've got to get rid of her as a safety risk. All right, next thing we're gonna do here, take this fence down so that Tammy can come on through and stop being stuck over here. Come on, Tammy girl. Stop being stuck over here. She just didn't follow the cows. So I gotta get her through there, and we're ready to rock and roll. We can go ahead and release the rest of the cows who are all over here in a particular place. And the reason all of the big animals are only allowed to be directly behind the handling chute. So monkey see, monkey do, cow see, cow do. All the cows will follow each other. And if I let them run out this way, there's no way they'll ever go through there. So I have to run them straight back. Again, I need a better system. If I had 4 working pens, I could sort them out and release them the right way, an easier way. This is not the easy way. Let's let Tammy come on through here. Go ahead through there, Tammy girl. Get your butt through there. All our animals are ready to go. All we gotta do is back the trailer. No finger pinch, that's good. We're gonna undo this line and we're gonna release these cows out into this section of pasture. The cows will be on approximately 25 acres right here for several weeks, and I'll come back and wind this in. I'm just gonna wrap it around my arm right now. Man, this has been going so great. I don't want to jinx it. I don't even want to talk about it. Whew, pretty awesome. Awesome, awesome. I have to open up. Cows aren't happy. Calves aren't happy. I've got to open up a gate right here so that the animals have access to water. Whew. Man, it's so nice to see my animals out here in the grass like this. We have been in a serious drought condition here in North Carolina. We need rain. We are somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 plus inches down. Imagine what 30 inches of water, how much water that would be on the ground right here. We are way down. The soil is holding up here. I'm super happy with it, but hopefully I'm not feeding hay in August. I feel like we're gonna be okay, but thoughts and prayers, I guess, is what I need from you guys. So this is all electrified. This is called a spring gate. We're gonna disconnect it. That is no longer electrified. I put a post in this because it's a little low. This is a strain right step-in post. Hope you guys are enjoying this, by the way. This is just farm 101 here for me. Every day, this is what we're doing. So we'll go ahead, we'll take this spring gate loose. We're gonna hook it over on this side, like that. and then the cows have access to water right here. They're only fenced in to this small section of pasture currently. So we'll leave them in here. We're gonna let them graze this on down. And they always eat like there's never gonna be another meal, which is part of the reason why, especially in a drought condition, it's super hard to take care of your animals in a drought, because they eat like there's no tomorrow. Look at how much grass is there, and look at how much grass is back here. Just one day. They just, like we call it golfing. They just golfing it up. Let's get this truck and trailer backed up. I may not even need my stepdad, which is might be pretty handy for him to not have to drive 15 minutes down here. So let's show you what handling equipment we have right here. This is not sponsored or anything. This is just what I use on the farm. This is the Tartar Farm and Ranch Cattle Master Series 6 squeeze chute head gate. Okay, it's really interesting. You've got a release right here. If we got an animal that we want to let go, just pull that, let them go, pull it back closed. Beating and banging and a lot of noise kind of scares the animals. This is the squeeze portion. Oop, that's not the squeeze portion. That opens that gate right there. We want to close that. This is the squeeze portion. So this thing is designed, we pull this handle down, it squeezes the cow's belly. Now, why do we want to do that? Well, it actually calms the animals down, which is way, way cool. You also have access in here in case you need to give medications. You raise that open, anywhere you want to access them. So if we're banding calves, we're back here in the back, we just access it right there. Pretty interesting little setup. This is the head gate. So if we're performing a service on an animal, in other words, giving it medication or hoof trim or banding a calf to make it a steer, they'll come in here and their shoulders will bump this gate and it'll close around their neck. It won't choke them, it just holds them in place. For what we're doing today, I need to have this open to back to the trailer. And let me tell you what, a calf will go through a hole this big. I've seen it. So we got to pay attention to that. This is the sheeted sweep system from Tartar. And this is our first little fellow that's going to be going. I'm sorry, you're so pretty. I hate to let you go. So the way this works is there's a sweep that pushes the animals down through right through here. Okay, we could already load up. We got one little calf. Hopefully that little calf is last coming through. But we'll pull that sweep all the way through to here and it'll tighten everything up. This is the hateful one. She is dangerous, dangerous. Let's see if I can back this trailer up without help. Okay. Whoop. Stepdad has a system in place for everything. Put this guy loose. Put that guy back. Open that. Slide this. And the cows will come in here. And we want to distribute the weight in the trailer fairly evenly. So we'll put like 4, 4, 4. We want the bigger animals kind of right over the axles. There we go. So that's hooked, that's hooked. This is easier if we get them in and we pull this door or somebody pushes this door closed. So what I'm gonna do is actually prep this one. I'm gonna set that right there. So it does stay in place, but when we're ready to close them up in there, we just push it and it slams shut and we got animals in the front. Front, middle, rear. 3 compartments. Don't ask me how many animals you can fit in here. Just depends on the size of them. Let's see if I can back that trailer up. Let's see what this Cummins has here. All right, see what kind of driver I am, Billy boy. Ten more feet. didn't hurt anything back here. I think I was right on the money. Okay. Yeah, I gotta bring it this way. Now we straight, boy. Now we're cooking out now. Babies. All right, little cow psychology or a cowology lesson for you. If I walk that way, the cows will walk this way. It's really weird. They like to turn and they like to walk the opposite direction of me, which is helpful sometimes, not so helpful other times. Get your tail on there. Off this farm, thank you. Phew, that was the main one I knew would be the biggest pain in the butt, and she went on first. That's awesome. Open this again. Let's run our squeeze down tight. Hey dude, calm down. We gotta close her up in that upper section. She's a handful. That old girl needed to go, boy. She was after my daggone, after blood right there, man. She did not, that was not good. It's not a good cow. You just can't keep a dangerous animal like that on your farm. I don't know what her genetics are or what's going on, but she will bye-bye. Here comes three. Get on. Get on. Keep them coming. Smash my finger.
That needs to go on the front.
Yep. This little girl needs to be released. There we go. Send her on out. Or maybe not. Yeah, yeah.
One under the boat.
Has she come through yet? Is she? Oh. That's enough for that middle compartment. What we got left in there? Get on it. That it?
That all of them?
Huh?
That all three of them?
Yeah. went really well. Everybody's loaded up. The crazy one is in the front, and I'm gonna pull the truck up so we can close the gates, and we're gonna let the baby back out so mama can have it, the baby. Let this baby out. You know about artwork on the cotton?
Artwork on the cotton.
Artwork on the cotton. I got the poop on me. All right, we're gonna let this little baby out. It'll shoot right through and it'll find mom. No problem. Come on, baby. There you go. There you go. This calf was born 2 weeks ago. Go ahead through. They love to go into a corner. It's funny how they do. Go, go. Might have to get a flag. You got your flag, there you go. Open the side chute here as well. Maybe. Sometimes grass gets hung in it. There we go. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's coming on. Leading it out of here. Back out into the pasture. It's a big baby. Now it's gonna go wedge itself in a corner. So we need to kind of stand here. Watch it, I'm gonna run him towards you. So we don't get in this corner. There you go. Ah, oh. These calves can be a little testy too. It'll run slap over me. There we go, that's what we wanted. It'll get with the rest of the herd. There it goes. Let's get on the road, guys. All right, we need to do an inventory here. We got 1, 2, 3. Hey, kids. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 with Spaz. Look at her. Look at her demeanor. She is not a good animal to keep on your farm. Right. You might notice I changed clothes. Man, we live in a humid area here in the south, and let me tell you what, buddy. I was drenched. My hat was soaking wet, my shirt was soaking wet, my pants was soaking wet and covered with poopy, so I needed to change. This is about an hour and 45-minute haul to Moneta, Virginia, up on the other side of Smith Mountain Lake. A beautiful, just a gorgeous drive. It's nice to be out here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning now, a little road trip, feeling good. Let me just give a quick shout out to my girlfriend Emily for buying me this awesome mug while she was in Scotland, a Scottish Highland mug. That's pretty cool. And a huge shout out to my stepdad, Barry. You know, hang on, we'll get through that gate. Agriculture is something that I really never saw myself getting into, and probably if you ask my parents or my stepdad, Barry, he's my parent, I mean, you ask my mom and my stepdad or my real dad whether I'd be getting into agriculture like this, they'd probably say no way back in high school. I just wasn't interested in this type of a life. It's in my blood. My grandfather had cattle, my dad had cattle, my stepdad had cattle. It just gets in your blood, man. I think I'd still do it even if I lost money. At some point, will I no longer farm? I don't know. This is my retirement plan, hopefully. We're getting ready to fence off another 25 or 30 acres. That way we can graze a few more animals, and the goal is to make anywhere from 60 to 80,000 a year off the farm. I'm in no way close to that right now. Last year we made about 30, and I had to reinvest it into this truck right here. So the farm owns this truck. First vehicle that the farm has ever owned. This year's money's probably going to go to soil amendments and potentially another skid steer. Big shout out, a huge thank you to my stepdad Barry. He's really my dad. He's just my second dad. It's not every man that would drop everything and come and help his stepson like that. It's just, I don't know. I feel loved every day, more and more. And I feel loved by you guys too. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Hope you're subscribed to the channel. By the way, there's a link down in the video description and down the bottom of the video right here. If you guys ever want to pick up a hat or a shirt, you're very welcome to do so. No pressure, but it helps support the farm. It helps buy the fuel that we're getting ready to spend here. And we'll go unload these animals and let you guys know how much we brought home. This will be the first load this year. I think we'll be taking another load in the fall. Let's give you a humanology lesson along with a cowology lesson. I don't eat breakfast before I go out and work. I think a hungry lion hunts the best, and that's important to me to be hungry when I head out there. What I'm having for breakfast on the way up here is a protein bar and AG1. AG1 used to be a sponsor of the channel. They are no longer a sponsor of the channel, but I still drink it every single day. It is my multivitamin for everyday use. I don't know how else to say this without sounding salesy, but it's great. My stomach gets upset with multivitamins, and if I drink the AG1, it doesn't get upset, and I've got the energy to go out and kick butt like this every day. That and coffee. So we'll grab our banana and our protein bar and our AG1 and rock and roll cowboy style. Here, we're only 3 minutes out. We will pull in and we'll drive through a little unloading area. There's a guy there that's always super grumpy. Hopefully he's there. I kind of like to try to make him laugh. He always seems so grumpy. We'll pull in here, open the gates, count the cattle. I'm gonna go inside where they weigh them in. They'll run them in, they'll run them through some chutes, and then they'll weigh them in, and I'm gonna write down the weight. That way I've got record of what went in, because we're dropping them off a day ahead of time, and you always hear tales of dropping animals at the stockyard and then something happening, or people afraid of being cheated or whatever. So we're just gonna keep good records. I don't see Grumpy Guy yet. Hopefully we're in a good shape here. They're carrying on a little bit. That's just the way it goes sometimes.
If you're trying to record something, it ain't gonna record because the door's gonna cover it up.
Yeah. Let me set it back here a little ways.
Probably get knocked off because these posts do move.
Do they?
Yeah, don't need that. So some of them you gotta open, you gotta unlock this to unlock the other part.
Yeah, yep.
Unlock the other gate there.
Yes, sir. Here's it coming. We gotta about lift up on now. This last one, the big one, needs a bit of a bit. He just, I don't know. He's abrasive, I guess is the word for it. It's not that he's not nice. He just is no nonsense. Let's pull up here and see about our weights. All right, so I couldn't go watch them get weighed because they're gonna weigh them tomorrow. But I did do one final head count just to make sure. That guy was, he's just always our brightest shining star. Let's just say that. Good stuff. Well, we're headed back to the house now. It's about an hour and a half back. So 3 hours of the day just traveling. This is just what it takes, guys, to raise cattle, do a cow-calf operation like this. Just what it takes. Beautiful day though. Thank goodness we got it all done before it hit 90 degrees. And we're up here at Smith Mountain Lake. So on my way home, I'll stop and get me a little bite to eat on the lake. It's kind of nice. The check is here. Oh, the check is upside down. The check's here. $16,168.99. That's what we got for our cattle. This has already been deposited into the bank. Here is the paperwork, and I want to kind of go through this with you. I looked at last year's. I have last year's, the years before, all the paperwork that I had, and the cattle are bringing about $200 more per head. So the farmer, the cattle rancher, is not seeing what you're seeing in the grocery store, and that's a fact, Jack. We are not seeing it. I will say this, prices are up a little bit, but we've got a serious drought. And what this drought is doing is taking our cattle, people are taking them to the market earlier in the year because they don't have the grass to feed them. We're worried about hay around here. It's super concerning. This drought is horrible, guys. The cows are right back here. They've got plenty of grass. We've got one more 20-something acre pasture before we move them back across the farm, but it's very concerning. Let's just say that. So average price per head for a heifer, which is a baby, basically a young calf that's never been bred, we got our average weight was 300 pounds, and they were pretty light. They were a little light. You want to bring them in when they're about 450 pounds if you possibly can, but we're running out of grass, so desperate times call for desperate measures. Average cost per animal was $1,450 basically, and there were 6 heifers. We had one cow that was Spaz, that crazy cow that was high-headed and spooky. She weighed 555 pounds and she only brought $638. That's horrible. That is horrible. Why in the world did the young heifer calves bring $1,400, and that high-headed cow, which I needed to get off the farm a year ago, only brought $638. Spaz, bye-bye, good riddance. Spaz's calf sold for more than Spaz sold for, which is crazy. I should have got rid of her last year. Gosh, why didn't I do that? I wasted money doing that. Bull calves, I had 5 of those. The total weight was 1,610 pounds. The price was $1,459. Average price per head. So $1,450, so basically $10 more per head for the bull calves than there were for the heifer calves. That's not much. It's a negligible difference, that's for sure. I did have one animal, one bull that brought $2,186. That must have been a really nice, it was a 440 pound bull that brought $2,186. That was pretty good. And one of the heifers brought $1,821. So those were the 2 top sellers. The next one down was $1,700. So, you know, that's farming. That's it. I don't pick the prices. The auction prices are what we get for our animals. Is that going to make the farm profitable here this year? The odds are no, it's not. Once we take the next load to the market in the fall, we'll know a little bit better. Last year, I brought about $32,000 home from the cattle, put that money right back into the farm, buying my truck and putting down lime on the pastures. So, I don't know. Despite beef prices being crazy and there being the lowest inventory of beef in our nation since 1951, our president is trying to make up ground by importing foreign beef, which is hurting us. The drought is hurting us, the rancher. Importing foreign beef is hurting us. And cattle prices are not what you're paying in the grocery store. I don't know. That's the rub here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. I just wanted to let you guys know. And you know, it's not that I have a problem. I don't have a problem with Trump. I don't have a problem with his policies, but I do have a problem with putting tariffs on Chinese crappy goods and then bringing in foreign beef and selling it at a cheaper price that's undercutting the farmer here in America. I do have a problem with that. I don't like that idea at all. I want to support whatever president that I have or whatever administration that I have, but I do have a problem with that. If you're going to put tariffs on Chinese goods that compete with, let's say, American furniture companies, if you're going to put a tariff on that, but you're going to bring in cheap beef that's raised in another country where people don't earn as much as they do in the United States, you're undercutting the American farmer. We're trying to save American manufacturing. We need to focus on saving American farmers too, because we got to feed this nation. That's my spiel. That's it. We have to feed this nation. We have to be self-sustainable. The world doesn't run on oil. You can have all the oil on earth. If you ain't got nothing to eat, it ain't gonna matter. We need food security in this country. Post a comment down there, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This was fun. I enjoyed taking the cattle to the market. New Dodge truck did great. New old Dodge truck pulled like a champ. It was awesome. Took me about 2.5 hours to rinse out, maybe 3 hours to rinse all the manure out of my stepdad's trailer. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time. What do you think? We're gonna put a tariff on a knick-knack from China that we can manufacture in America, but we're bringing in cheap beef to feed us. Junk versus quality food. Quality food keeps us alive. Quality food keeps us out of the hospital. Quality food keeps us healthy. The junk don't do that. I don't know. I think we need food security more so than we need cheap Chinese junk with a tariff on it. What do you guys think? American beef should be labeled American beef so you know what you're getting in the grocery store. See you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Woo!
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.
Oh, in the ditch. Oh, driving classes tomorrow. Smash my finger. Much water. Trickle, trickle water. Water them figs so I get yard snacks. I gotta drink lots of water. I'm gonna die of the dehydration. Like Bobby Boucher's daddy. Get out of here, fly! I gotta pee so bad. You know about artwork on the cotton?
Artwork on the cotton.
Artwork on the cotton. Y'all come back now. You hear?